happened there? There we go. My bad, little camera difficulties. I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. We're here to talk about what's going on right now in the NBA 2025 NBA Draft Round 1. But before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Salute to friends and family. Salute to Bucks Nation. What's going on with y'all today? Draft is still going on, but obviously people are most intrigued by the first, 15, the first half of the draft, and then everything after that is just what it is. So no disrespect to those players, but most of the intense moments are in the first half of the draft. But before we get into that, first salute to friends and family, Bucks Nation. What's up with the best in the business? How y'all doing? First, before we get into the draft and trades during the draft and all that, I'd like to get into trades that have already occurred to this point so far, and just discuss those briefly and give my opinions on those trades and how they affect those teams. So let me just put that up here on the board real quick. All right. So the first major trade happened was the Magic acquiring Desmond Bain June 15th for KCP, Cole Anthony, and 5 first-round picks, which, no disrespect, I'm actually a Desmond Bain fan. I feel like he's definitely a good player, and he's definitely a Robin, but he can be Batman at times. But 5 first-round picks is a lot, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But I feel like that was a lot to give up for Desmond Bain. I felt 3 first-rounders max would have been enough. 5 is a little outrageous. That I feel like if you're giving up 5 first-round picks for a player, they should be a perennial all-star at that point. If I'm giving up 5 first-round picks, there should not even be a question. You should be a perennial all-star and no lower than second team All NBA. I'm giving you 5 first, like that could change your whole franchise, like that. I don't know. That's a lot to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But that's really a lot to me. And then the Pacers traded their 2026 first rounder to the Pelicans for a 2025 first, number 23, and the draft rights to Mojave King. So that pick is actually coming up soon, as we still have the draft going on as we speak. And then one of the bigger trades, if not the biggest trade of the offseason to this point, was Kevin Durant traded to the Rockets uh, for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the 2025 first round pick, which was the number 10 pick, and we'll get into that when we talk about actual draft picks for this year. And one, two, three, 4 second-round picks. I don't feel like Houston gave up a lot, in my opinion. Yes, it's an aging Kevin Durant, but he's still, 25 a game automatic, and definitely will help this team. Jalen Green is erratic. Dylan Brooks is a head case, and you just really give up a few second-round picks, which I don't think will accumulate to much. So I feel like this is a win for Houston, in my opinion. And I don't feel like Phoenix lost. They got a young athletic guard and Jalen Green that they could also leverage in trade proposals with those picks. So they both kind of win, but I feel like Houston got the better end of it since they kept their core intact of their main players, as far as Sengun. Oh my God, what's my guy's name? Amen. What y'all know how I'm talking about, the two-way, the real defensive dude, and Jabari Smith. So they have a lot of talent. So I expect big things from Houston next year, and they're re-signing Van Fleet. And this is just an interesting. This I don't know why Portland would do this. Why would you trade a young guard and 2 second-round picks for Drew Holiday? This trade makes absolutely no sense to me. Someone has to make this make sense. This is insane to me. I don't understand nor follow why they would do that. How does this benefit Portland? You're getting a player on their way out, and then you have another player on the way up. Well, I mean, what kind of, like, why You know what? Adam Silver should have stepped in and just vetoed this trade just because it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Why are you giving extra picks when you're giving up the younger player? Someone make this make sense. This is stupid. It's just stupid. Portland boneheads. That's why that franchise ain't going nowhere. Trading a young guy for an old dude that's definitely shown wear and tear and that he's long in the tooth. Ridiculous trade. Now the New Orleans Pelicans, they traded for Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, giving up C.J. McCollum and Kelly Olynyk. So pretty much Washington is doing a culture change. They're getting people in there that are veterans, that are winners, that good locker room guys. That's why they got these cats up out of there. That's pretty much what it is. They're trying to bring a winning culture to Washington to at least set the parameters for winning with getting good veterans in there that know how to win and play quality basketball, and they getting the boneheads out of there. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Poole get moved from the Pelicans, to keep it real. And then this trade, they had the 3-team trade today where Boston got rid of Kristaps Porzingis and got George Niang. I told you, no strays. You was in here making jokes. I told you it was over for your team. Y'all done went from Kristaps Porzingis to Niang. Y'all done went from the great Drew Holiday to Anthony Simons. I told you it was over. I told you. Now I said it wasn't no hate. I said the apron won't let y'all be great. Now y'all back. Y'all on the same. We the same type of teams right now. Y'all was just it, and it was over just like that. It was over for you. I told you, no strays. I told you it was over. I told you. Porzingis goes to Atlanta. I think he actually helps the Hawks actually, and a second round pick, and then the Brooklyn Nets get Terrence Mann and a 2025 first round pick. The 2025 first round pick is what really helps Brooklyn. Terrence Mann is just he's not meeting expectations. Let's just keep it real. He has a lot of potential, inconsistent. He's just a guy that's tradable because he has a ceiling, but he'll never reach it. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of dude at all. Just not a fan. And then a few additional trades that happened as well is the Spurs and Pacers trade, second round picks. Pacers get number 38. Spurs get future second rounder. Suns trade for Hornets center Mark Williams. I thought Mark Williams was nice. Y'all let me know in the comment section. So the Suns look like they gonna get a quality center. But again, the Hornets are rebuilding, so they stockpiling picks. 2029 first round pick, Vasily Micic, number 29. So hey, we'll see. Blazers trade number 11 pick Cedric Coward to the Grizzlies. I actually think this is a good move for the Grizzlies. I think Cedric Coward got some game from the little research that I've done on him. I think that's a good move for the Grizzlies. I think he could play alongside Ja and be like a more athletic and more of a dog version of Desmond Bane over time. Not right away, but over time. Hawks trade number 13 pick. Pelicans get number 13 Derek Queen. Hawks get number 23 2026 first round pick. And then we have one more trade. Wizards trade number 18 pick Clayton Jr. to the Jazz. Wizards get number 21, number 43, 2020 31, and 2032 second round picks. Wizards are trying to rebuild, so they're trying to get picks. So I totally get it. So it's very interesting so far. Very interesting with some of these moves. I feel like teams are giving up a lot to get certain players. I can't really. I don't know how I feel about some of that. Then let me just give my quick recap of what I think of the draft so far. Then pass, I'm gonna tap you in for your take. We're gonna put the link in the chat and let's get it cracking. Let me get my notes. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to be structured today. So obviously we know Cooper Flag with number 1. There was no doubt about that. The irony in the whole Cooper Flag sweepstakes was a team that had like a 1% chance in the Dallas Mavericks winning the lottery and being able to obtain Cooper Flag was the real crazy part of this whole Cooper Flag sweepstakes thing. And then the Rutgers thing was wild. They had 2 people that was lottery picks, but they had a team that with a losing record. I don't know, Scale, somebody in the chat, can y'all explain to me what's up with Rutgers? How y'all have 2 lottery picks and then a team with a losing record? Please explain to me in the chat. I'll be looking for some information on that. Please make that make sense. I mean, you got Dylan Harper number 2 and then Ace Bailey 5? Or Dylan Harper and then VJ Edgecombe number 3 to 5. I mean, like, what are we doing? And then Ace Bailey at 5. I'm sorry. So those 2 and 5. I'm like, how do you have 2 lottery picks and have a losing record? This is in your area too, Pass. I need explanation from you from this. That's crazy. How you have 2 lottery picks and have a losing record? That should be impossible at college. I need some, hey, Pass, I need some explanation on that. That's crazy. I know Ace Bailey, he did skip some draft workouts and all that, but again, still a lottery pick. I also think Charlotte did well with the number 4 pick getting Con Knaple, elite shooter, high IQ. So I think that was a good pickup for them. Washington, I thought they did well getting Trey Johnson, 40% 3-point shooter, and a high character guy. So we're definitely gonna see how that works out. But I think that was a good pickup. One of the things I noticed I thought was a good pickup for Washington. Also, Phoenix got Common Malawach. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. The center from Duke. I thought that was a good pickup so far. And Noah Essendwave, that dude from France, I think he gonna be nice. I don't know, but I think dude might be nice. His highlights, his fluidity for the Bulls, he could be a problem. I know it's just highlights. I know it's highlights. I know. I'm just saying from what I saw. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say. Let me shout everybody out. Then we're going to get into the comment section and tap everybody in. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me grab a water. My bad, y'all. See who in the comment section here. Then we're going to get it cracking. See what y'all think of this draft and some of these trades. Salute to Pass. Appreciate you tapping in. Derek Stevenson, what's good? AB, what's good? Brandon King Carter in the building. What up, boy, mommy? Appreciate you tapping in. Greg Delaney in the building. Mr. 414, I see you. Appreciate you. Gibson Nicholas, Mr. Bahamas in the building. What's good? Appreciate you popping in. Salute to you. Jeff Riley in the building. What's good? Greg Delaney in the building. What's good? Mr. Cole, I see you. Jeff Riley, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Red Violin, I see you. What's good? Jimmy Roller in the building. What up, Jimmy Roller? Eric Payne, I see you. Weston Players, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. Let's talk about this draft business. Hit that like button for friends and family. Let's go. Tap in Pass. I'm going to put the link in the chat here. And let's chop up this draft and some of the trades that have happened as well in the offseason. What up, Moose? It's pinned in the chat too, but I'm throwing it in there as well. Hey, Moose, tap in if you got time. What up, Pass?
Yeah, I'm laughing at the Brooklyn Nets, man. You have 5 picks in this draft, and you have made 2 bad picks already.
You made 2 bad. So you don't think you don't like either one of the picks, Pass? So okay, let's start this. What do you think of the draft so far? Give your takes. Go ahead.
The good teams are robbing everyone, is what I'm seeing. And whoever's already good is already robbing. OKC got a really good pick.
Yep.
Spurs got 2 really good picks. Shout out to Ace Bailey not going to your destination. That man was crying.
All right.
I ain't never seen him cry. When I went to the Rutgers games.
All right.
Never saw that there.
Let's get to this, bro. How do they have 2 lottery picks Go ahead. Yes, explain.
There's some injury stuff going on, and all you got to keep in mind, Dylan is also a son of an NBA player too, so that does add up to a little bit of stake.
Okay.
There's that part. Dylan actually is all-star level. I don't know about Ace. Ace is tricky because he's those players where they're very shoot heavy and not passing, kind of like a Michael Carter, like a MPJ kind of,
Okay.
but not as hyped up. To be honest with you,
Okay.
so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm still confused with why the Pelicans traded their pick for that we our pick swap with them
Right.
when you don't know what the Buck situation is gonna be next year.
That's
You are probably going
100% true.
and it's not even unprotected. It's the worst part. Why would you give it to them?
That's
You
true.
already gave them Dyson Daniels for nothing.
For nothing. What are your most
Port,
surprising picks
Port,
so far? What are your most surprising picks?
what's his name? The Chinese dude that Portland took at 16 or whatever it was. A
Yeah,
second round draft.
Yang
He was
Hansen. No, but that's
a
what
second round draft pick. No, I'm
yeah,
not saying he's bad.
that's
I'm
what's
not saying
crazy
he's
because
bad.
they were talking about him for the Bucks in the second round. For him to go in the first round is crazy.
Second round pick. You have four centers now.
Why? So they're gonna trade something though.
Ayton's gone. 100% Ayton is gone. I'm guaranteeing you at this point. There's no way you would keep Ayton. He makes too much money anyways.
Yeah, hey, Bunny Poker, the Bucks are not moving up tonight, sir. We're definitely holding pat. I can't see it.
It's probably next year.
Yeah, I don't see it this year.
The next year, at least low. The good thing is next year's draft is better.
Okay.
But I am mad that we didn't do a single thing. I'm not surprised Horace is probably out there playing pickleball again, like he always does. Not picking up phones. He's probably getting called by everyone right now. But I will say this: based on how these trades have been going, a lot of people are overpaying as of late. I've been seeing a lot of overpay. I don't
No,
know if
I
people
agree.
are
The Desmond Bain thing just set the tone. 5 first-round picks is insane.
No, I'm talking about even this draft. I'm
Yeah,
seeing like
true.
or just to move up a few spots, like people are paying a lot. Look, I like these players. I don't know if they're that good though, because these are
But they're
good
saying the
role players.
next 2 or 3 years of the draft to be good. So I just don't understand why teams are
There's
jumping out the window.
That's why I don't understand because next year's draft is way better.
Right.
This draft is good. It's very top heavy in
Right.
terms of your number one pick is very good, obviously.
Right.
Superstar potential right there. Number two, you have a good all star level. Three is probably high role player. If he reaches potential, he could be an all star. I don't think he will in Philly though, because
Right.
it's just too many.
Too many players, yeah.
Yeah.
The ball dominant player. I think Con Knaple could do something with the Hornets.
No, Con will be good. Con reminds me of like a lot of like how Booker was in college.
Could they run a 3-guard lineup then with the Hornets with Melo, him?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's
there's trade rumors about Melo being traded, so it might just be Con and Brandon Miller. You could do.
Okay.
Miller is going to be a shooting guard no matter what. I don't know what they're going to do with Con, to be honest with you. I have no clue what they're.
Because that's kind of interesting. You see what I'm saying? The only way I could see it working is okay if they trade. Otherwise, it'd have to be like a 3-guard-ish lineup, right?
Yeah, I mean they're doing the Bulls thing essentially, where like your whole team is guards at this point. You traded your center. Your only center right now is Yusuf Nurkic.
Facts. Okay.
And your power forward is still injured because he has an ACL tear and a meniscus tear.
Which means he's done.
Yeah. I mean, it's Grant Williams. I don't expect much.
Right.
But, like, even still, like, look, certain teams should not be existing in the NBA. At a certain point, maybe it's a good idea to let the Pelicans be owned by the NBA again. But it's like, what are you doing? I'm so baffled by these teams, man.
So what don't you like about Jeremiah Fears?
You want Russell Westbrook with all his inefficiencies without the athleticism? What are we? Do you understand? You have a Jeremiah Fears and Jordan Poole front court.
Yeah, that is
Zion
correct.
Williamson, who has a case against him right now.
Right.
Herb Jones and Trey Murphy are only two good defenders. There's literally no good defenders on this team other than Herb Jones. I would not be surprised if that man gets into like defensive talks if they have a good defense because of that one person. I don't. This makes no sense to me, man. Every single team, why are they doing this? What do you gain from this?
So maybe there's something else there they got cooking though. Maybe.
What? No, I don't think they are. What are they cooking? Is it rocks? Are they white?
What do you think about Brooklyn's pick for Igor Damon from BYU?
Josh Gady 2.0. That's all I gotta say.
Is that good or
Josh Gady
bad?
2.0. That is bad. That is a bad pick. You can't look. These big pass first guards are not a good thing if they cannot shoot.
I agree with that.
Tyrese can at least shoot, so it worked for him.
Right.
Luka can shoot very well,
Well,
so it works for him. It does not work if you have a Giddy or a guy like this who cannot shoot at all. If your shooting percentages are Giannis level, I don't trust you, especially as a guard.
Yeah, but where the NBA is very guard dominant as far as scoring. So that's a fair point. Damn.
I do like. Let's talk about some good trades though.
Okay.
Let's talk about some good teams. I'm kind of liking what the Suns are doing.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. I do think the trade was a little overpay. Two picks is a little too much for me. For Mark Williams, especially when he literally just got vetoed a trade because his thing wouldn't, because he was essentially didn't pass his physical. But I don't know what's going on, man. OKC, really good pickup. I expect them to also have. I'm not surprised though because it's Sam Presti. He knows what he's doing.
I thought OKC they just reloaded again with their pick. In my opinion,
they're essentially. I think what's his name? The other Jalen is probably gone now because they have too many players, so they had to get rid of one of them. So he's probably who's gone now, and they'll probably have.
But I like this Thomas Sorber guy. I like him. Center, big man, athletic.
He's not a shooter, so it doesn't solve their issue. But they do have more defense. That's what they're doing. They're just going all in on the defense right
now. Do you think he has more upside than Hardenstein?
I mean, it's hard to say. Hardenstein's your traditional big, but he has some passing chops. He really doesn't. It's hard for me to say because I don't really have much film on him. Also, so
okay.
Because I wasn't looking more toward this because I was looking for stuff that the Bucks should do. So I was looking mainly at shooting guards,
right?
And I was mainly looking at pretty much wings. I was not really caring about centers. I don't think centers are a concern right now.
That's a fair point. That's still crazy that Yang Hansen went so early though. I'm trying. Is there something that I'm missing on the film? What up, Scales? Is there something that
they might have took that? They probably took that Baby Jokic thing to heart or whatever. They probably thought that thing was real. I understand. You might think, oh, Yao Ming. Like
right, Scales. That's exactly what Pass would say. You trade a lot for Mark Wills, then you draft the center. It doesn't make sense. I agree.
I don't know, man.
What do you think another trade is lurking then, Pass? It has to be, right? That doesn't make sense, right?
For which teams? There are going to be trades. The trades I'm positive of is obviously Portland's going to be trading because they just have too many players in their teams. Pelicans probably, but who's Pelicans GM right now?
That I don't know.
Let me look this up.
Mr. Cool said he thinks the Knicks are going to be the favorites to win the East. They would, because they're the healthiest. They're the healthiest. Yeah, they're the healthiest.
It's either them or
Cleveland.
But the problem with the Knicks is we still don't know what their coaches. That's why I'm a little bit more lenient with the Cavs because I know what they're going to get me. I have no clue what the Knicks are going to do. I have no clue who they're getting hired. Who are they hiring?
Yeah, moves 2 first-round picks for Mark Williams is wild. Like, even though they're low first-round picks, but they're still first-round picks nonetheless, right? That's still. And I don't know if Mark Williams has shown me enough to make me feel comfortable with that type of transaction, honestly.
They also have 3 centers now, too, because he also drafted a center.
There has to be people.
That's a
Are
very
people
good pick.
stockpiling talent for future trades? We have to take that in consideration as well. Maybe they're not drafting what they need, but they're drafting what they know a lot of other teams need so they can orchestrate trades. We got to think of that as a possibility as well in today's draft. It maybe might not be for right now. It might be for future trades in the offseason. You could just be stockpiling talent. You could just be stockpiling talent at this time. What up, AB?
Oh, that's why he got drafted so high. He's a rich. He's part of rich. He's a his
Clutch.
agent's Rich Paul.
Oh, okay. Clutch
That's why
sports.
he got to. Okay, that
Hold on, let
explains
me
a lot
tap
now.
his scales. Let me tap his scales. Hold on one second. What up, Scales?
What's going on?
What's going on? So tell me what you feel about this draft so far, bro.
You're confused
This is
just
part
as I am, right?
of the draft. I'm happy you went live because this is part of the draft where I start tapping out. So you know what
Right,
I mean?
acting like it's like 15.
I start
Yeah,
getting a little uninterested.
it ain't no disrespect. That's what I was
I'll be
saying.
like,
It
what are
ain't
we doing?
disrespect.
No,
It's just
Riley, okay.
like even Stephen A. is like, who are these people? You know what I'm saying? So it's
Stephen,
like
Stephen A.
already
doesn't
in the
watch
first
college
round, they're like,
basketball. You should
who
know
are
that,
some
though.
of these
I
guys?
guarantee you, he doesn't know any of these players other than the top 5.
Who are you talking about, Stephen A.?
Yeah, he does not know these players. He just
No,
heard half these
he
people's
don't.
names today. He knows who
Facts.
Cooper is because he's heard about the hype. He knows who Dylan Harper is because he's his son of an NBA player, and he knows Ace Bailey. That's
Yeah.
it. You don't know anyone else on this.
And Trey Johnson, he was high on Trey Johnson too.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, these were all guys we've been talking about for the last 4 years since they were like sophomores in high school. We've been talking about these dudes. If you follow Hoops on YouTube, there have been videos for years on these guys. Yeah, so
that's 100% fact.
like I just said, it's some weird things going on. I guess it's going to be a lot of movement after the draft. I was seeing reports of that. So maybe a lot of these draft picks are picks being made for other teams, and
That's what I was saying. Like stockpiling talent.
Talent, yeah.
I don't understand they're trading. They're also trading in the draft. Is what I don't understand for some of these teams. Some of these teams are trading out or in. They're trading trading 2 picks just to get up 5 spots. Like what are we going now?
I didn't know what was going on with that, bro. I was so confused when I saw that. Like, I'm like, what is going on? But that's what I'm saying. Maybe this is some second apron stuff that we don't know about yet. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't.
Oh, I figured it out. I figured out why the Pelicans made these moves. They hired Troy Weaver. I forgot about that. That explains a lot now. If y'all don't remember who Troy Weaver is, you remember the Pistons from last year? Who was running them? That's who we're looking at.
So yeah, it's the whole Joe Dumars squad, right?
Yeah, that's why that explains so much now. That explains everything now.
Yeah, that whole staff went to New Orleans.
The whole staff is there, so that explains a lot. Not putting on a single. Not blocking that pick.
If y'all can elaborate on what that means for the Pelicans now moving forward with these type of picks and what type of offense they're going to have, I'm gonna start with you, Pass, and go to Scales.
Offense is prison ball. That's pretty much what it is. Whoever got the ball is whoever's playing. There ain't no offense. It's whoever got the ball. Go shoot the ball into the hoop. That's it. You ain't doing nothing else. There ain't no team in this.
I'm good now. I'm on the Wi-Fi. There we go. Okay. My bad, fellas.
Hold on. There we go.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah. I was saying, so do you expect these type of moves to help the Pelicans?
Man, I'm lost. Like, it's about 12 teams in the NBA that I have no idea what they're doing, including my team. So I'm coming on here to learn something from y'all tonight, man.
I'm confused.
I see the homie Pass on here. I know he be on Intel. You know what I mean? He Intel. So when I seen his face on the screen, I'm like, maybe he got some info for me because I'm really lost right now.
I don't know all these players, but I know that the San Antonio Spurs drafted well, in my opinion.
Spurs, I think, had the best draft so far.
But how do they always do it? This is what we need. I want to talk about. I've was a Tim Duncan fan for years until he retired. But the Spurs just have some type of way of looking at talent differently than other teams. Even the Castle Cat. Yes, they thought he was good, but would he have been as good anywhere else if he wasn't in San Antonio? I can't say that.
So this is the thing about them. Not only do they draft well, to your point, it's the player development. Bro, Kawhi Leonard wasn't that at New Mexico State or wherever he was playing at, bro. He was like an average wing defender, bro. He wasn't no killer. He got to the Spurs and turned into a cyborg, bro. Like, it's just crazy. Like
DeJounte Murray. Let's show some love. DeJounte Murray.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say, even in the years where they were bad, Derek White,
that's a great one. Derek White, that's a great one. Yeah.
These draft picks, like, it's just crazy. Like, even back in the day, Tiago Splitter, like, even him, like, they made jokes to him, but he was a very serviceable big for their rotation. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, they've been doing it since the beginning of time.
Even with DeJounte Murray, too. Like, he was good for them. Once he left, he was terrible. But for them specifically, he was pretty good.
That's how you know their system, their player development is something going on down there, man, in the water. Popovich, like, I don't know what he did, but it's something down there.
Look, if there's any play, Vic got to the best location possible for him. If there's any, I'm glad they're the ones who got the first pick that year. This year, hell no. I hate you. I despise you. And you do not deserve this. You do not deserve the second pick. You do not deserve the 14th pick. I know your game plan, Adam Silver. I know your game plan. I know what you're trying to do.
What are they trying to do, Pat? The Spurs they're gonna be a playoff caliber team next year with these picks.
This year, absolutely.
Or am I saying too much? Or is that too much?
No, I agree with you. I definitely think they're gonna be up there. I don't know what number though. I'm
just saying they will be in the postseason. Is all I'm saying.
I'm thinking play in as of now.
Right, that's fair.
I don't know how our players will develop.
What up, Dre West?
It's hard because it's the rest of the West. The West is so hard to rank.
And there's some teams that I think are gonna slide. Like I don't know about this Houston thing,
maybe
y'all.
Memphis.
Memphis.
I don't think Houston will slide. I think Houston will be pretty much the same as they were. I think they're better. But they got rid of all their bad players. I kid you not. When they had Jalen Green on the floor, it actually made it worse for them.
True.
Getting rid of him makes it huge difference.
His plus minus was the worst of all 20-point scores in the NBA playoffs. Like all guys who averaged 20 during the regular season, he had the worst plus minus in the playoffs. He only had that one game where he had 40, and then he did nothing else the rest of the playoffs. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
And and I remember, do you guys remember on here when he got his contract? Remember when he got his deal? And I was talking about how the front office did something with his deal where because he signed early, it didn't have like the penalties and it was a movable contract, pretty much. I remember that back when he signed his extension in like September. I remember reading about it and being like, oh, that's a very movable contract for a franchise guy because he got a franchise deal, but it's it was a team-friendly deal. You see what I'm saying? For somebody his age and his potential. That's why the money matched with Durant like that. All you had to do was throw in Dylan Brooks money, and then there you go. You see what I'm saying? So it was a very easily movable deal. And then when he became like unplayable to pass point, he was movable at that point. Like Houston, yeah. I don't know what Phoenix is doing. Like I said, I don't like drafting a center and then making the Mark Williams trade with all those first-round draft picks, but I don't know how draft pick value is working in today's day and age because it seems like teams are just passing them around like
correct.
You know what I mean, like a bag of chips or something. So I don't know.
I have no clue what a pick is worth nowadays anymore.
I'm gonna tell you another player that I don't know if y'all paid attention to. I like that Noah dude for the Bulls guy. I think he got potential.
Know. That's the biggest one I'm not sure on because it could be the worst pick of the draft. It could also be the best pick of the draft.
The guard from? You talking about
the dude from France?
Forward.
Yeah, light skinned dude from France.
He's the forward.
He got game, bro. He got
I
game.
definitely could see he has chance. And look, the Bulls have the chance to develop them. Question
Mm-hmm.
is, will they? Because last time the Bulls have done this, where they got a guard, they were stuck with what's the guard's name? I think Williams, Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to trade him, and no one
Yeah.
wants him because you have to give away draft capital just to get rid of him because he
Mm.
makes like 90 million.
That's fair.
So hopefully it's not that situation because I don't know if Billy Donovan is the coach for him.
AB, I don't know if Zion is a bust or he's just not available, bro. When he's
So
in,
I mean, that's about you have to be a bust in that case. If you had this much hype
I
and
heard
you
a
still
number.
haven't done, you barely played any games. I've yet
Bro,
to
I
see you in
heard
the postseason.
I heard a number tonight that was crazy, bro. I think Stephen A said this man's played in 258 games and missed like 403 or something. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, that is right.
That's crazy, bro.
Look,
Like,
I understand Barkley had weight issues and he purposely did it on purpose to get traded some other places. He at least made sure to shape up after a while. You still haven't done that. Stop just gooning and all that. Someone needs to send him to like Utah or something. Ain't nothing there to do. You need to go to a team that only cares about basketball.
I
That's
think
what
the
you have
problem
to
with
be.
my issue with him too was a point that Kevin Garnett brought up on him and Paul Pierce podcast about Zion and even the Pelicans. They need some OGs down there, man.
Yeah.
You know, CJ
They
McCollum
did.
is cool. CJ cool, but he ain't no, you know what I mean? He ain't finna stand on business. Ain't no PJ
Right.
Tucker, ain't no Draymond Greens in them locker rooms. Ain't no James Johnsons. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Ain't no Bobby Portises in those locker rooms, bro. Like, they don't, those teams need those type of guys. Like, Zion needs one of those type of people. He
I
needs a
agree.
guy like that.
Somebody that can lead the locker room.
Yeah, that even though they're not the star of the team, you know what I mean? They're still the leader in the locker room because of their experience and their temperament and all of that and how hard they work.
Hey,
You know
that's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact, no strays. Derek White did get busy once he got to Boston. He
I seen
definitely
the
Yeah,
potential
he's
in San
Yeah,
definitely.
but you
Antonio,
saw the
though.
potential of San Antonio, though. I agree with that. But
Him
he
and
did
Murray
get busy.
him and Murray was cooking people. Their team was just bad,
Bad.
but they
Yeah,
were cooking.
I
They
agree.
were cooking.
I
Yeah.
agree. He gonna be y'all star player. Look like the way the Celtics are dismantling that squad. You got
Hey,
rid
man.
of Kristaps to get George Niang. It's
Hey,
crazy.
y'all know who the best Celtic is? Brad Stevens, man.
Brad
This
Stevens
dude
is
is
a
amazing,
phenomenal
bro.
GM.
Like, that guy is
He is a
amazing.
fantastic GM, man. He was a good coach, but like as a
Yes,
GM, he's even
but
better. I'll be honest, man.
dog, that guy, man,
That's a move. You get a
man.
shooter back. You get all that draft capital. Not draft,
Bro,
but you get that contract off.
he's
Getting both
25
your
years
bad
old.
contracts off.
Bro, he's 25 years old, bro.
Right,
Like,
and a
Both of your
good shooter, and a good
and
quality
a
shooter.
great scorer, bro. Like,
I mean, Anthony Simons does have his problems because he is a little too shoot heavy. Doesn't really
Yeah.
guard at all. Like he
Right.
is essentially baby team, but like the worst parts of the team.
Right.
So there is
but
that.
I think in the system that they run,
No,
there,
in Missoula's system, he
He'll
will be
be all right.
shooting a lot.
it works for him because Peyton Pritchard got to be a volume shooter in that offense. You get
Which
what I'm
is
saying?
crazy.
So Simons is definitely going to be
Payne's
able to
also
get
a
his
better
range.
better defender though. There's that.
No Tatum
Pay,
there this year.
you know what Payne
Simons gonna be
Pritchard is like? McConnell on steroids.
The question is what will they do with the rest of the team? Are they planning on trading Brown? That's what I want to see.
Right.
I don't think you should.
I don't think they should blow up the Brown J.
You
Tatum.
should not do that. The only player you already traded the two players you needed to trade.
Yep.
At this point,
And
you
I
should
heard
just take this as the year off because, like, you know,
Yeah.
you're not gonna win if you don't have your best player.
And then I heard they're redoing Al Horford's deal so they can get under the cap. I guess he's taking like a pay cut or something.
Why don't he just retire, spend time with his family? Like, he keep trying to come back by any means necessary. He needs to play the game. That is
look at
insane.
This. No, but look at this. You got Celtics players doing this for their teams for a historical franchise. One of y'all can't do this for the Bucks.
Nope. I told
you telling me Pat Connaughton is like, you know what, $9 million? I ain't taking that off. Chris
And you
Middleton.
see
Oh, I gave you a deal. I gave you $5 million off. You still took $25 million from us.
the day you could take signed contract extensions, Pat signed his in 20 minutes.
I'm not mad at it. I would do the exact same thing. It's the same thing. You telling me you're gonna give me $10 million, $9 million just to sit on the bench? I'm absolutely taking
They
that.
going in. They going in. Go
Oh,
ahead, though.
that is crazy,
They
bruh.
going in.
They made the announcement like, yeah, teams can sign contract extensions. The next headline I seen was Pat Connaughton.
First one, literally the first one he sent out. It
He was
Pat
at the
Connaughton.
door knocking. Y'all gonna let me in so I can sign real fast? Like, are you sure you don't want to think about? Nah, I ain't got nothing to think about. I'm good. Go ahead.
Hey,
Don't worry,
Bar.
you own all half of Milwaukee, man.
That's what I was about to say. He treated it like he was closing on one of these properties he owned here or something. Like, yeah, let's get the deal done right now, fellas. Cheers. Yeah, let's close the deal now. Like, let's get it done. You know what I mean? But to your point, about people taking pay cuts for us. So Bobby did it a couple years back. Chris did it. But what they always get to do is hold us at gunpoint when it's time to re-up. You see what I'm saying? Because they know nobody really wants to come here. So
Right.
they're like, hey, I've been playing good for you guys, and I've been here, and I took a pay cut. So when it's my time to cash in, guess what? So that's where Bobby's at. He's where Chris was 2 years ago or a year ago. Bobby's in that same position where he like, hey, remember championship year? And I took that pay cut so you could go get PJ and all these other guys? It's my time to get paid, fellas.
Right.
Yeah, you got to pay me. That's why Bobby been talking so much and so animated and so vocal.
Saying I'm the mayor. I see he been using that. I peeping what he doing. You know, the mayor can't leave Milwaukee and all this. So hey, he already putting it out there.
He acted like he was the Shams bomb for Giannis. Like, yeah, I know all the details. I talked to Giannis. Like, Bobby,
Every
chill
single
out,
person
bro.
knew Giannis ain't leaving.
Right.
Literally, it's the most obvious thing.
Bobby, relax. You not Rich Paul. You know what I'm saying? You gotta calm down, bro. Calm down. Stick to basketball, bro.
Right.
Don't be Giannis' agent. We don't need you to do that, bro. Chill out. Like, he trying to make sure he secure that bag here.
Bruh. At the highest clip possible. At the highest clip possible.
Well, I got y'all here, though. What do we do tonight?
Nothing.
I mean, we don't pick today. We pick tomorrow because they made this a 2-day thing now.
Oh, they made it a 2. Oh, it's 2 days now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like Horse is drafting into this. He looks like he ain't sending anything in for this year.
No, absolutely, yeah. I think we're just going to...
You would have done it by now if it was. So it looks like most of the Bucks stuff is going to be off-season players who are already established.
Correct.
It has nothing to do with it. No picks like this. He's going to get picks, players who already have some play time. That's all it is. Question is, who is it, though? Now I'm looking at, okay, are you looking at the Pelicans again? You're going to try to fleece one of them again? You might be able to get something. If they're doing this stupid stuff, you really might be able to just get away with one pick. You might be able to get both Trey Murphy and Herb Jones for that one pick.
I mean, they're having a fire sale now.
I agree.
They definitely are, yeah. Like, everything.
They are overrating Trey Murphy a bit, as I've been hearing. They're like, oh, we want like multiple picks. We want like a lead. We want like a veteran with him. Like, all right, we'll give you Kyle Kuzma if you want a veteran so bad.
Damn, that was unneeded. Damn, Kyle Kuzma just
he got a point though, because I like Trey Murphy, but he's not like a volume bucket getter like that. Like he his points be cool.
The whole thing is the defense, though. It's the defense I like about it. Because with him and her plus Giannis, that's a really good
defensive front.
And his ability to stretch the floor, he's a deep threat. So him just being on the floor is you know what I mean, is a threat at his size at 6'9". But like I said, he's not like 22 a night. Like he's gonna have some nights.
We don't need that.
Like 9.
We don't need that though. We don't need it.
No, I'm not saying we do. I'm just saying how the Pelicans are overvaluing him. That's
what absolutely.
They treat him like he's a 25 a night scorer, and he's not. Like when there was nobody out there for the Pelicans, he still wasn't getting buckets. You get what I'm saying? Like most guys, like Cam Thomas with the Nets, once they dumped everybody, Cam was going for 40 every night. Like if they dump everybody and I'm a bucket, I'm going to get buckets. Even if we lose every night, I'm leaving the gym with 30. You get what I'm saying? If I'm like that, he's not like that. Like he's cool. He's not like that. He would be perfect here because we need a corner guy that's elite. But I'm saying the way the Pelicans are valuing him, 4 first round draft picks, 5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And a vet is crazy. Like, nah, man. You can't
Yeah.
see Akam.
Everybody's asking, are these teams going to keep all these? I think there's more
Yep.
trades to come. I really think this is just stockpiling talent like cattle.
So
And
the
Yeah, I
then
mean,
next,
like
the
they
next,
just
some
stockpiling
teams, I
talent.
think, I know some teams have to trade people or waive someone because they just don't have enough player spaces. I think OKC is one of them. They had to get rid of at least one player.
well, what you're looking at too is the second apron problem, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, some of these players don't. Some of these teams don't have to worry about that. Like
So look,
Brooklyn doesn't have to worry about
I'm
it.
saying if even if you don't have to worry about it, you have to worry about the fact of paying guys down the road. So just
Oh
let's just
yeah,
use the Thunder as examples. They took the kid out of Georgetown, who I was actually high on. I like that kid out of Georgetown.
I'm
I
so
watched a
mad
lot
we
of
had him, man.
Right.
Big East games. His defensively he's kind of questionable. Offensively, he got a bag to be 18 years old. I like his game to be that size. But anyway, they got him because Jalen Williams, like you said, they just can't keep him. Like by league rules,
Oh,
whatever, financially, you can't keep him. He won't be back on the team next year. And every year going forward, they're going to be losing people. They're only going to be able to keep their core three, which is Holmgren, Williams, and SGA. Caruso's going to fall off because you're not going to be able to afford. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to go on a luxury tax for these guys. Hartenstein. So those deals are 3-year deals, and in 3 years, these draft picks you hope to develop for cheap money
by
into
that time.
serviceable players like a Case and Wallace. You get what I'm saying? Where you playing these guys that you don't pay that much money to, but they're playing big minutes in the NBA Finals or in playoff games. You get what I'm saying? So that's what you're kind of seeing teams kind of stockpiling these guys, hoping they turn into something. There's no more G League. So I don't know where these guys are going if they don't play. You see what I'm saying? And they just
That's
sit.
a good point.
They
They're
just
only
sit on your bench.
overseas. Right.
Yeah, or they sit on your bench like our young boys did this year. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I think a lot of teams are doing this because you got to keep some cheap labor
Right.
with this luxury tax and second and first apron stuff. You
I
got
agree.
even if you're not in the apron, you still got to keep some cheap labor on the roster.
No, I agree. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me get the homie Bleach Report boss to the super chat.
Oh yeah,
It's all good. Bleach Report boss, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. On the panel, what do you think of Boston going down? Then first take took a shot at fans for saying fans upset over Giannis reports by saying, hold on 1 second. Let me get you Bleacher. By saying Giannis has 2 years left of his deal. Do we have to report on it? ESPN needs to stop it. The East is wide open. Bucks need to get him more help. I agree, Bleacher. We do need to get Giannis more help, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen in the draft. Salute to you. Appreciate the
You know what's funny
2
about
super
that?
chat.
Them
Shout out
talking
to
about
Bleacher Report
Giannis the
Ball.
whole time. They were talking about Giannis being traded, especially Shams.
Right.
Same thing. We hear that report about Jokic from their owner saying, "Oh, something happened. We might have to trade him." He goes out there, I'm like, "Oh yeah, they're not going to trade Jokic." You couldn't say that for Giannis when it's very clear, obvious, it's be the same thing.
They like the drama. And lies unchallenged become the truth. That's why you got to get ahead of that. Lies unchallenged become the truth.
Facts.
I'd like this pick though that OKC did trade to Sacramento.
Hey, Ryan Love, I agree. That second apron got teams spooked. Hey, that second apron.
Facts, Ryan Love. Facts.
It reminds me a lot of back in the day. I think it was was it 2017 when the whole last one was, right?
Mm-hmm.
The CBA, right?
Where teams were the old CBA, when teams were just giving contracts like crazy. It seems a lot like that now. You're getting some high contracts. You're getting sending picks out like crazy. Everything is just out of whack. It always happens like this when these CBAs just get announced or just put in when they first actually start. We'll see again because it will change soon. But next year, these players are gonna be making some money.
I agree.
Yeah, I seen that, Derek Stevenson.
So I see a lot of y'all not high on Trey Murphy like that. I think they give him a little bit of. I think he's a solid role player, but I think anything more than that, it could be a reach.
I might be higher than most of you guys then, because I think he's high level, like Derek White level of
I think guys like him and Cam Johnson are the same thing. No,
nah. Cam
cool,
Johnson's issue is more so his defense. At least with Trey Murphy, you see it there.
Yeah, no,
it has been shown.
that's from going to Virginia. Tony Bennett, you got to play D. You know what I'm saying? That's that Wisconsin
Yeah,
rules. You
because
gonna
like
play
you have
defense
it
in
there.
Virginia?
Plus, he fits in the timeline perfectly with Giannis.
No, absolutely, I agree. Like I said, with us, he's beautiful. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't give
No,
up
with
on him.
us,
I
he's
mean, we don't
perfect.
have
He's a
it to give
perfect fit
away
for us.
anyway. But I'm saying, if I was another
I'm not
team,
giving
I
away
would
too
give.
much for him. I get you.
Nah.
I'm not giving away too much.
This is a good
31st,
question.
that's it.
Mo said, "What's the max you be willing to pay Bobby?" You first passed it on scales. What's the
So
max you paying Bobby?
I've been hearing. So I think OKC. Who was the team that wanted Bobby? It was Brooklyn, right? That was hearing reports. Not Brooklyn. Golden State. That was hearing reports. You could do a sign and trade. I would realistically give Bobby maybe like 15 a year.
Right.
That's my realistic trade. 15 to 17. Maybe it goes up or down, or starts higher and then goes lower.
Right.
I don't know. But like a 4 year, 70 million, something like that. Let's say that.
I'm not mad at 4 years 70.
Like that's
I was
realistic
gonna.
for yourself. For Bobby, it's
Yeah,
realistic. I do think you're worth more than you should be, but even still,
Shots fired.
yeah, I was about there. I was about a 3 year with a player option, 65.
yeah,
So
exactly. Like,
yeah,
like no,
I
it's
was right
crazy.
from there. With not a, I mean, with a team option, not a player option. You
Yeah,
a
we
team
get too
option.
many player. We get too many
Yeah,
player options.
my bad.
All right.
Scratch that. I meant team option. But yeah, like a 3 year 65, 4 year 70. You know what I mean? Somewhere in there. I agree. Yeah, that's what he's about to me. Like I wouldn't jump out the window for him.
No, I agree.
Somebody make an offer for him, I definitely wouldn't match it. So
He said, "If the hell I'm not going
like
even it's nasty, bro."
Even the bro point though, like a sign and trade, they gotta send me back Kaminga or something.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
Kaminga is definitely gonna be traded soon. I feel like Kaminga's on the trade block very soon.
Kaminga's absolutely getting traded. You know where he's getting traded to?
Who?
Where?
The Bulls. You're gonna have the greatest playing team you've ever seen.
I can see him ending up somewhere like that though.
It's gonna be the best team you've ever seen to play in, man. That 9-10 game
Tito.
against Miami, electric.
I don't know
dude.
what the Heat are. I don't know what the Heat are doing.
Pat Riley's also asleep. That man's been tired for a while. He's too old.
Sleep at the wheel. Jeff said no more than 15 a year for Bobby. No, he gonna get more than that. That's what I would say, but I think
the big market's weird. That's the problem. The big market is a little. People are looking for bigs right now.
I think he get close to a dub.
Honestly, even Brooke might get something more than you'd expect.
Right.
I realistically think Brooke is worth like 8 million, 9 million. He's probably going to get around 12, 13.
I think you're absolutely right. If you look at the draft this year, look at all the centers that were taken. There's a lot of centers taken in the first round, bro. Like I haven't seen this.
Magic just got a steal, by the way. I'm surprised he dropped this low.
Who?
Jace Richardson. I'm surprised he dropped
guard
this
from
low.
Michigan State.
Oh, Jason
that is
Richardson's
an insane steal.
Yeah. I forgot he was even in the draft, bro.
I forgot I thought he got drafted already. And I looked like, oh, he's still here.
That's just like when Willie. That's just like when Willie Clayton's name got called. I'm like, he was still on the board.
Right.
Like,
so this would make up for the loss of the guard in that trade. What was the guard that they lost? Let me look.
What was it, Cole Anthony, right?
Yeah, Cole Anthony. So this make up for Cole Anthony. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a playmaking issue still there, but yeah,
he can score.
Right. He helps them though. I think he helps them. Damn, Brooklyn got 20. Man, Brooklyn picks is crazy.
That's what I was about to ask. Did they take the 27 and 26?
No, that's next. Yeah, they draft. They gonna use them. Wow. It appeared. Yeah, they got the guard from France at 19.
Are we seeing Are we seeing a lot of stashes tonight?
I think so.
I think we're seeing a lot of Euro stashes, man. I don't know if all these kids don't even come over for real, man.
That's what I'm saying. I think it might be a couple years before they come over. They can start to play with them grown men and get it together. Then come over here, kind of like Luka. Let him get
Even
seasoned
like
over
Toppin,
there.
even like Toppin did with OKC this year. He played
Right.
half the year in Europe and half the year in the NBA. So
Right.
and he
With
didn't play
Indiana,
a game. Yeah, he didn't play a game, but he was on the roster or whatever. So
And Obi Toppin, look at his game. I think he's a nice quality rotational big now. Well, for Obi
he's
Toppin.
like almost a Bobby level. Like
Yeah, almost Bobby level. I agree with that. That's a fair statement. But
yeah,
better defender.
I would say right now
he's
he's
more
closer.
athletic. That's why.
Yeah, the athleticism makes him better than Bobby. The fact that he can run the court and rim run. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Catch lobs and half court
and
or
finish
trenches.
at the rim. Bobby has problems finishing at the rim.
Exactly. But Bobby adding the 3 to his game got him up to that 20 million. Whoever made that comment, the fact that Bobby shoots almost 40% from the 3-point line is how he got himself to 20 million per. Easy.
I think he's gonna get to. I could see 3 years, 65 going to Bobby. I could see that.
That sound like a John Horse deal to me. So
yeah. I mean,
you know
being serious, like it's very possible.
Very possible.
I do have some Bucks picks. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here.
Grab my charger.
So if we're keeping our pick, this is who I'm expecting us.
Okay.
We should take. This is some. I agree with this guy. If you guys follow Bucks breakdown, make sure to follow him. I'm pretty much on the same boat as him. Where the same 3 guys who I'm looking at, the main person I would go for is. Wait, hold on. Where is it? I can't find the names. Just give me a second.
You about to school me because I had no leads.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on now.
Okay, I got it. So Proctor is the one guy who I'm looking at. That's probably like the best bet who you have
from Duke.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that gives you your guard. That gives you your. He's slightly smaller than I would like for a wing, but it's fine because he has length. You get your shooter and your defender. I think they're literally ideal for what the Bucks need right now, and he has good feel for the game. See, the right things you want to do. Someone who's smart. It's exactly what you need for this team.
Yeah,
that's true. IQ is key.
Next person I would probably go with is with Jameer Watkins. He's better athletic, so that's helpful for us. And then last person is you go with Kobe Bray. Pure shooter. You just want to get another shooter. There you go. Those are the 3 guys you really want to look at. Knowing Horace, he's probably not going to do any of these players. And he's probably going to be some random no name that we don't know, like another AJ Johnson.
Man.
But then again, second round picks he usually is a little bit better at. So, I don't know. Because I did expect him to take Tyler Smith, and he did take it.
Right.
So, maybe he might actually take what I expect him to do. We'll see. I would, however, see if you could get up into the second round, though. Because 47 is in the middle. Because I am confident one of those 3 guys is going to go higher than expected.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm hoping Proctor.
Proctor's the one who I'm expecting.
Yeah, just for pedigree from that school, he going to go higher. Just off the pedigree of the school alone. And who he played with.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow too. After we draft and just chop it up for a little bit because I think it'll be interesting to see if Horace does anything. But if we're looking at Horace's past to dictate his future, we would think that Horace is gonna do a lot in the offseason with actually established players, as Pass was saying earlier. I think that's what more that Horace excels at, or what at least one of his positives is more player to player, current established player trades. Versus drafting.
I want to ask y'all: do we go get a guard?
I mean, the Nets got another one just now, so you might want to. They got 20 of them now. They got 6 guards on their team. Dude, they are not. Oh, ooh, that is not. I forgot he's from there. Hey, yikes! That is not the right time to be drafting that man.
Ben Sarah from Israel, right?
Yep. This ain't the right time, man.
Yeah, he definitely ain't coming over no time. So, but yeah, that is
especially
another guard.
Milwaukee, man. No, he ain't surviving.
So they're definitely stockpiling town. They're about to trade. They're 100%.
No, they are tanking for next year. That's what they're trying to do. They are not trading. They are taking. They are making sure they get next year's draft the number one pick. They are making sure of that. That number one pick next year is elite.
Is it better than Cooper Flag?
It's the same level, just as
Oh wow.
another
Okay.
son, another basketball son, but an actual good one.
That's hilarious. Shots fired. All right, y'all. Before we get too late, let's get y'all final thoughts. Let's start with pass. Then we will go to scales, and I think we're gonna spin the block tomorrow. I'll post something and let y'all know. But I definitely want to chop it up with y'all a little bit after the Bucks draft tomorrow as well. But go ahead, pass with your final thoughts, sir.
Watch out for Cam Boozer next year on the Nets, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Cam Boozer's about to go crazy, man.
Go ahead on you, scales.
This is my question. While I got two minds that I really respect in front of me, are we getting a replacement guard?
I feel like our guard things are kind of fine. To be honest with you, I'm not mad at them. Like I think we're fine with who we have as guards.
I think I'm okay with just because it'll force us to play some of these younger guys.
Yeah, I want to give them chances. I do want to see.
We don't even know what Chris Livingston is.
I forgot he
Tyler
exists.
Smith.
I forget.
Let's see what these guys really can do. Let's see what what's my guy's name? The dude with the shoulder. I can't. Rollins. Let's see what Rollins can do now. He's got his shoulder healed. Let's just see what can happen now. Let's see.
It's no. To be honest with you, I literally forgot Chris Livingston was still on our team.
You see what I'm saying? Highest paid second round draft pick ever.
Yeah, the Rich Paul effect.
Yep.
So let's see what he is.
Hey, to your
he
point,
hasn't played a game yet.
When I was watching, I heard you say, I don't know about the Asian guy that got drafted. Yeah, Rich Paul is his agent.
Yeah.
That's why he went 15 to Memphis.
No, I knew about him, but I expected late first round. Yeah. I expected late first round or early second.
No, the Rich Paul effect got him to 15. I'm telling you. I seen Rich Paul walking down the stairs with him. Then I Googled it. I said, oh, he's with Rich Paul. He's with the agency, Clutch. Oh, okay. Yeah, you went and got the 18-year-old Yao Ming.
Damn.
Rich. Okay, I see you. But yeah, I was just wondering if we was going to get Tyus Jones or all these guards they've been putting all over the
No. Dude,
I kid you not. Look, I do not like KPJ that much. You guys know this. He is still better than Tyus Jones. At that point, pay KPJ. They literally made sure they benched Tyus Jones for a no name. That's how bad he was on the Suns. And you know how bad the Suns are last year.
Facts.
If you have to be that bad, you have to get benched on that team. Even Bud can't help you out. One thing Bud is good at, he's good at floor raising. If he can't even raise your floor, that tells me all I need to know.
If Giroux gets released, do we resign him?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
He deserves this. Tell his wife to stop crying.
Yeah, like he got a nice little bag that he wasn't expecting.
She upset he gets getting traded. He is known as a nomad now. You're not getting your jersey anywhere. We gave your jersey to Pat Beverly. How does that feel?
Facts. I didn't even think about that. The Patrick Beverly Bucks jersey is crazy. I need to try to find one of those.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to find.
I
don't even know they made that many.
Actually, oh my god, I was about to get you, Dan, because I was about to say some wild stuff. Because I just saw what Brooklyn
I appreciate
took,
you not doing that.
I saw what Brooklyn just took, man. They are actually trolling. Yeah, I'm confident they are 100% tanking for next year.
Danny Wolf. That's what Moose guy that you like. Hey Moose, yo boy Danny Wolf went in the first round. My brother been telling me about this dude. He's supposed to be a nice center forward. This Danny Wolf guy. Okay.
What school he went to?
Michigan.
Oh yeah, he decent. I seen him. He decent.
We gotta give him a little chance, Pass. Let's give him a little chance, see what happens. We're gonna give him a little chance.
I'm talking about.
No, he's saying they trolling by not trading none of these.
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like.
Well, they're clearly not trying to win now. Yeah, they like
first round draft.
No, I'm talking before Danny Wolf. I'm talking about Ben.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Also, and stupid. Like they are actually dumb. I have never seen teams like this. Man.
He's definitely a stash.
Right.
He's not coming
They
over.
thrown some on the wall, see what stick.
Yeah.
That's literally what they doing. Draft. Hey, one of these cats got to be good.
Look. If you got 5 first rounders, you might as well just do that. Like one of these will work.
Right.
You
Literally.
might find something.
No, I
What
agree.
if they strike out on all 5 though?
They probably will. I know for sure they were 100%.
probably
They're
will.
100%. Look, I'm writing this right now. That 8th pick is 100% a strikeout. I'm already counting it just now.
Wow.
Enjoy your Josh Giddey 2.0. How do you get a worse player than Josh Giddey? The same archetype and somehow worse. I don't understand.
He can't shoot. He can't shoot at all. He can't shoot.
You can't shoot. You can't defend. Literally,
Nope.
if you guys remember that Josh Giddey thing of like what all his weaknesses are, and it's literally all of basketball. Here you go. You got the same thing again.
They just like because he's a tall guard. I mean, that's just really what it is.
Yeah, and they think he can pass.
That's why, and that's probably why Jace went down so much then, because he's a smaller guard.
Right.
That makes sense now.
He's more 6'8", and he's a passer, so I think they're gonna think he's gonna be like a better version of Rubio.
Okay, but he's also not like worth a top 10 pick then.
No, that might be fair, but 6'8" though makes it a lot different though as a guard.
Rubio's cool and all, but he ain't that good. He's a good role player. Not your 8th pick.
There's no way that Igor dude should have went over Clayton Jr., bro.
Yeah, I agree.
No way, in no world universe is he better than him right now today. If they play, you lace up shoes right now.
Clayton Jr. with 18 though. 18.
He's not even in the same class as that dude. Like
literally, the next pick would have been better. You could have gotten Boyle. Would have been better.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say Walter Clayton Jr. is kind of like a Fred VanVleet type of player?
He's a solid role player, like high-level role player.
High-level role player, and he gives me like Quentin Grimes vibes a little bit too.
He's all off ball though. Only problem is he's all off ball.
Grimes is really all off ball too, but we've seen him have 30, 40-point games for the Sixers off ball. You know what I mean? So it's that he can get hot. That's what I like about Clayton. I bet it on him.
He'd be perfect next to Giannis.
He won me some money. I like
next to Giannis, he'd be perfect.
Yes. Catch and shoot how Trent it is. You get what I'm saying? Same type of aesthetic to me. It's like it's like an athletic Gary Trent kind of is what he reminds me.
Hold on 1 second. Appreciate you to super chat Bleacher Report balls. One more thing, no strays. Boston did Drew dirty. Yeah, they did.
They got Porzingis up out of there too.
Bruh, fast.
Porzingis up out of there on the first thing smoking.
Okay, I will say something about this real quick. The Porzingis thing. Wasn't there a rumor that he had AIDS? Why are you sending my man to why are you sending him to Atlanta?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know it's not true, but that's crazy that's one of your rumors.
That's an unfortunate rumor. That's one of the worst ones you want. See, my brother standing on Danny Wolf. Oh, we gonna see. I know you standing on Danny. Danny Wolf.
He's in Brooklyn, but
we gonna see. I think he's gonna have playing time, so we'll know early if he gonna do something.
He can hoop, bro. Like he's like I don't even know what to kind of compare him to because he can shoot, but he got a post game too. He's decent, bro. Like he's not a scrub at all. Like he's decent.
He said forever a Celtics legend. That man ain't no legend for no Boston. Knock it off. Well, let me get up out of here before it gets too late.
This whole Nets team is just aura. That's it. That's all this whole team is. It's just aura players. It's just hype aura moments. These aren't good players. These aren't good players, man. What are they doing?
I don't know what Brooklyn's
and we definitely spin the block though tomorrow, y'all, so we can talk about the Bucks pick because I think it's gonna be interesting. But appreciate you tapping in, Pass. Appreciate you, Scales, tapping in. Let's chop it up tomorrow too. Appreciate y'all, bro. All right, y'all.
Okay, but one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Joe Cronin, I hate you. Stop giving the Celtics this much every single time. You keep letting them off the hook. This is 2 times in a row you did this with Drew. You're doing this on purpose, man. I know you do this on purpose. What dirt do they have on you? What dirt does Brad Stevens have on you? You need to let us know. It's okay to snitch. Snitching, you are not. You can snitch, man. Please.
Shout out to Pass. What up, Brandon? Give me a quick recap of the draft before we get up out of here, Brandon.
All right. Um, we bought right now. I think like a team drafting group of black holiday
Mm-hmm.
guard center. I think it's definitely gonna check.
Okay.
Definitely gonna check.
So then
So
tomorrow, so it's gonna really be about tomorrow then, Brandon, because the Bucks draft tomorrow. I think
yeah,
today, you had a couple of players drop in the draft, like Jace Richardson's, a couple people that went a little bit higher than expected. But I think that those players maybe fit a need for a team, or these are the type of players that these teams will be including in future trades, is
like
what I'm assuming. So I don't think we need to look at these players on these teams as permanent destinations until for some time now, because I think there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking after the draft as well, once things
I think
settle down. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I think I'm feeling like if we got somebody tomorrow, I'm thinking once after the draft, I'm thinking I'm thinking we're gonna make the move after all after the
Yeah,
draft.
it's not going to be, we're not a team that's going to make
What
moves in the draft. It's going to be after the
or
draft.
what free agency start?
Correct.
Think
That's when we're going to make our move.
I think
100%.
that he know
Mm.
he he yeah he doesn't draft properly, but one thing I get horse is he know how to do things. Take shake things up in
Mm.
all. So I'm not worried about the draft.
But it would be good to see us get a quality player tomorrow, somebody that maybe can develop. So I think we need to see what players are available, or if we can move up to get somebody that maybe can help or fill a need. I do
Right,
think there's still opportunities for the Bucks to make a move tomorrow, to move up, like I said, to get a higher caliber player that
right,
maybe can come in and help right away, or
right.
just even a role player just to fit a need. Athletic, big rebounder, defender, whatever. We need to.
Yeah, but
We have needs.
I'm thinking I'm thinking like we still need to keep all our young boys together.
That's all depends on financials. That all
Yeah,
depends on the financials. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see what KPJ want, what Bobby wants. So we really can't even consider those type of situations until we know what's shaking with those players. And I think that's the stuff that's going. I see you got a lot going on, Brandon. Go ahead, and get your last words out there, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon. Get your
but
last words, bro. Go ahead.
taking work at the time. I gotta talk tomorrow.
All right, Brandon. Yeah,
But
go ahead on your business,
take work
Brandon.
at the
All
time.
right, bro.
Take work at the time.
All right, bro. All right,
Salute.
Brandon. Go. Brandon got the kids running down on him. hey, hey, Brandon, you had a lot going on. Kids running down on you. Hey, that's like, hey, Uncle, you about to come help us with this game. Salute to Brandon. Ain't no strange. Your team is in disarray. Your team is in disarray, just like I told you. You was in here playing, and I told you that the Roosters was coming home, bro, and they home now. You trading all types of key players to your team. Y'all ain't about to do nothing next year, and I told you so. You in our same boat now. We the same. We gang now. Bucks, Celtics, all in the same boat. So that's just what it is. But before I get up out of here, y'all, appreciate y'all for tapping in, talking about the first round of the draft and trades that occurred before the draft, during the draft. We're gonna go live briefly tomorrow as well to talk about the Bucks moves and who they drafted, and if any other trades occur tomorrow as well, we'll chop that up. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Again, we'll be going live tomorrow as well after the Bucks pick. Hopefully they move up and make something shake. If not, we'll just talk about what they who they do pick and how that person fits in with this team and this organization. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content with the people. Best YouTube chat on YouTube, best podcast on YouTube, best community on YouTube. We the top 3 in all major categories. Salute to friends and family. Salute to Pass with the $5 super chat. Nets got a team full of Israelis. I got why that they hated Kyrie. Come on, bro. Pass. Wow, Nets got a team full of Israelis. I get why they hated Kyrie. Is wild. Yo, shout out. Jesus. Salute to you, No Straight. Yeah, we said we only need a little bit. Shout out to you, Daniel. We only need a little bit. We just need a little bit. Let me make sure I miss nobody in the comment section here. Give me a second, y'all. I seen the homie Jimmy Roller. Robert Brooks, what's good? I forgot to shout out the homie Robert Brooks. Salute. Tito, what's good? Appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Hit that like button, comment, like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Go.